Well, this is quite a view. The atmosphere created by these manic fans, a stark contrast to the grey skies we see above. Regardless of impending rain, this should be terrific. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
Underway.
There's Lamine Yamal, Peter, the latest Spanish superstar. I'd like to see him get a lot of freedom on that right wing.
And is that his best position?
I'd say so, Peter. With him being left-footed, he can cut inside, but he's such an all-round threat. He has that blistering pace that he can use to beat the best defenders, and it's very...
Big chance! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Upamecano, Konate, Camavinga, Konate, Rabiot, Upamecano, Rabiot, Camavinga, hoisted upfield by the keeper. Cherki, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Very nicely done. Firmly met. And they've got a throw. Showing good feet. And here's Mbappe. Oh, it's Dembele. Dembele! Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. France presented with a golden opportunity here. A lot of furious gesticulation, but it is never going to make the referee overturn a decision.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Kubasi moved on forwards. The muscular approach does pay off here. Well, here is the raid we were told to expect. Camavinga. Konate, played over towards the opposite flank. Baina. Oyarthabal, played out towards the right wing. And he's heaved it away. Rodri. Grimaldo. Kubasi. Pau Kubasi, gently done.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he's running through.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And here's Yamal. That's very neat. Time to deliver. And he's there to get it away. And reclaimed it in a trice. Pedri. Kubasi. Pau Kubasi goes on a run down the left wing. Ferran Torres. Oh, it's played into the area. And here's Ferran Torres. And it's Pedri. He's got a play off the ball! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Oyarthabal was clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Oh, good spread. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And it's been taken short. Defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Oyarthabal. And he's picked out the run. Can he latch on to this? Baina. And it's Grimaldo. Pedri! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Mbappe, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's found a way through, and he shoots! It's a loose ball. That's going to go a long way. Rodri.
Well, I'm starting to see much more movement off the ball now, Peter, which is obviously a big plus.
And surely more options then for the man on the ball.
Well, you would think so, and I think also we're going to see them just wear their opposition down and force mistakes. They can be quite relentless.
Rabiot. France have hit the front early, a foothold in the game.
It's been a super start. They've made their intentions clear and they've backed them up.
Lobbed in behind. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Rodri, too strong for his opponent there. Baina. Yamal. And here's Yamal. Llorente. It's a good run down the right. And that's aimed into the middle. Gusto getting this one clear. Baina plays it short, and it's played in here. Konate can get it clear. And here's Ferran Torres. There are a few waiting for it. Pedri. And it's Pedri. Olise. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Rabiot. Konate. Rabiot. Camavinga. Gusto, now he's off and running. Gusto. And here's Dembele. It's Dembele! That was superb goalkeeping.
Dembele is offering a wry smile there.
They've played it short. Crossed it again. Brilliantly cut out. Mikel Oyarzabal. Crunching tackle. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Pedri. And it's played forward. Now it's Oyarzabal. Out to the left it goes. Ferran Torres. Oh, nice touch. Now it's Oyarzabal. And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. He should have put his foot right through it.
Clearly not happy with that. Pedri. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Cherki. Rabiot. Hernandez looks to get on the end of this. Baina. Ferran Torres. And here's Oyarzabal. Yamal. Gusto getting this one clear. Played out wide. Baina. Ferran Torres. Aimed in. Oh, what a climb! Oh, it's fallen loose again! They've done it! Spain are all square. Mignon, and he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Now it's eFootball. Elise. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Elise is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And here's Yamal. And here's Yamal. Yamal. Yamal! Goal, Spain! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Spain get themselves into the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Upamecano. Rabiot spread out to the left. Hernandez. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Kubasi. Rodri. Llorente. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Caresses it through. Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee. Gusto. Olise looking to get on the end of this. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Llorente. Llorente tries making a foray down the right. That is good strength. Oh, that's nice. In by Llorente. Mignon claims it without any fuss. Howson forwards and with intent. Bina. And it's Llorente. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Yamal. Oh, that's neat. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Great defending, strong and determined. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And here's Llorente. Now who's going to be first to this? Bino's cross. Up he goes! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
That's really well manoeuvred. Konate. Upamecano. Konate. Gusto. Rabiot. Konate. Cherki. Camavinga. Played out to the right. Ferran Torres does really well to win the ball there. Rabiot. Gusto. That's good play. Cherki. And here's Elise. Looking for a decent ball in. Elise's cross. Tries to get it clear. And here's Camavinga. Pedri. Oyarzabal. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Cherki. Hernandez. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Elise. Bina wins the duel this time. There's the whistle for half-time. Leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Instant pack, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
France can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Konate. Camavinga. Camavinga shifted upfield. Yamal with 2 goals already to his name. Oyarzabal played out to the left flank. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Gusto. Camavinga. Upamecano. Llorente. Yamal. Llorente. Now it's Yamal. And that has been clubbed away. And claimed it back swiftly. Pau Kubasi looks to the other side. Could move up a gear here. And it's Dembele! Ferran Torres. Grimaldo. Ferran Torres. Spain being made to look sloppy in possession here. Llorente. Baina. Llorente. Some good work on the right flank here. Llorente. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. That's really well cleared. Konate with the clearance. Gusto. Rabiot. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Grimaldo. Pedri. Oyarzabal. Good take, and is he in? Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Olise. Cherki. It's a great ball. Might be danger here. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Plenty waiting in the middle. Mikel Oyarzabal. And they can counter here. Llorente. France needing a change of fortune here. Grimaldo. Pedri. Aim forwards. And here's Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres. Pedri. It's a promising position. That is lovely. So who's he picking out? Alex Grimaldo puts a cross in. Mbappe. Camavinga. And here's Dembele. And he's managed to get free. Dembele hangs one in. Well, he's clearly asking too much with that. Baina. Howson. Kubasi. Pedri. Ferran Torres chasing after it. Ferran Torres. Mikel Oyarzabal. Pedri. Grimaldo. That's a nicely weighted pass. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Rabiot.
Le nombre de spectateurs pour ce match, 87.
Gusto. Cherki.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Rodri. Pau Kubasi shifted upfield. Grimaldo. Hernandez makes the interception. Upamecano. Konate. Rabiot. Camavinga. Camavinga, gently done. Mbappe gets into some space. Oh, such a clever touch. Chooses to go back. Cherki. Rabiot. Kamavinga. Cherki. Bina. Grimaldo. Moved on forwards. Pedri. And it's played forward. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Rabiot. Cherki. Out to the right. Grimaldo cuts it out. Pedri. Kubasi. Pedri. Howson. Mbappe. Ferran Torres is the guilty party there. Upamecano. Gusto hurtling down that right flank. Howson gets it away. And it's hoisted clear. Yamal charging forward, the ball at his feet. And that could set him on his way. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, shooting chance! He scores! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Oh, it's taken out, that'll be a foul. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned. Yamal! Mbappe tries a deft little ball. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. Spain are more than happy to defend deep now. They've decided that it's not worth taking any more risks.
Unlike their opponents, who have to do precisely the opposite, and time is running out on them. And here's Yamal. Proves too strong. Dembele. Camavinga, forwards and with intent. And that's really well manoeuvred. Cherki succumbs to the pressure. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
And it's Rabiot. Chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Olise. Hernandez. Al Kubasi is there and he can get that clear. Does really well to win the ball there. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Kubasi. Pedri, Rodri, Pau Kubasi shifted upfield, Ferran Torres, Mikel Oyarzabal, Grimaldo, Rodri, Baina, Baina, he is through here, Yamal, there's the delivery. Carries far too far and out of play. Konate, aim forwards. Oh, that's really good play on the right, he's driving forward. And it's Gusto. Nice control. Shapes to shoot! Gusto, played back in. Gets it away. Upamecano. Cherki. Rabiot. Konate. Rabiot. Cherki. Grimaldo. Ferran Torres. Kubasi. Grimaldo. Ferran Torres. Grimaldo. Rodri. Howson. Kubasi. Pau Kubasi. Forwards and with intent. Rodri. Grimaldo. Howson. Pedri. Kubasi. Pau Kubasi, gently done. And here's Dembele. It's Dembele! It's in! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Yamal.
France have certainly approached the game in the right way and relentlessly pursuing their equaliser. They've come close on several occasions now, and they may well get it by the time the final whistle goes.
Out towards the flank. Llorente takes aim and crosses.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Moved on forwards. Oyarzabal. Baina. Nice physical challenge.
Spain can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Ferran Torres knocks it out wide.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
That has been cut short. Pedri. Now it's Oyarzabal. Yamal done delicately.
Spain really wanted that
City crowd here.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
And already we're underway here.
There's Lamine Yamal, Peter, the latest Spanish superstar. I'd like to see him get a lot of freedom on that right wing.
And is that his best position?
I'd say so, Peter. With him being left-footed, he can cut inside, but he's such an all-round threat. He has that blistering pace that he can use to beat the best defenders, and it's very difficult to stop him once he starts linking up with others, once he's made that inside run.
Llorente making good progress on the right-hand side. And here's Yamal. Llorente. Cross goes in there. That's going to go a long way. Camavinga. Dembele. He's found a way through. Howson cuts it out. Pedri. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Now that's well seen too. Rodri. Baina. Pedri. Ferran Torres. Grimaldo. And it's Grimaldo. Grimaldo stood his ground strongly. Grimaldo. Yamal! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Baina. Yamal. Baina. Oh, it's Dembele. Rodri. Yamal. And it's Grimaldo. Pedri. Grimaldo. Pedri. Howson. Yamal. Llorente picks it up now. Konate is there and he can get that clear. And here's Yamal. Llorente. Played out to the right. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Spain really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Pedri.
Well, I'm starting to see much more movement off the ball now, Peter, which is obviously a big plus.
And surely more options then for the man on the ball.
Well, you would think so, and I think also we're going to see them just wear their opposition down and force mistakes. They can be quite relentless.
Rodri. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Hernandez, gently done. Pedri. Lovely ball. Way off the ball! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Llorente. Baina. Rodri. Moved on forwards. Too long and over the line. Mbappe. Cherki. France are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Konate. Cherki. Rabiot. Konate. Gusto. Konate. Camavinga. Hernandez. A lot of space ahead of him. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. That has been knocked clear. Grimaldo. Kubasi. Out to the right. That's a throw. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Howson. Spain can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. That's a promising run he's making on the right. And it's Baina. There are a few waiting for it. Baina's cross climbs up big! Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Rabiot. Cherki. And here's Dembele. Mbappe. Hernandez. That's good play. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's played forward. Upamecano. Rabiot. Thinks one through. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Baina. Yamal. Baina. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Camavinga. Hernandez. Forwards and with intent. And here's Dembele. And it's Hernandez. It's Dembele! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Spain to retain the ball, but are seemingly in no rush to break forward. Pedri, Pau Kubasi aim forwards. Mbappe. Hernandez. Mbappe. Oh, it's come loose. And here's Dembele. Receive Cherki! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
France really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Now who's going to be first to this? Llorente. Hit into the middle. Camavinga. Cherki. And it's Hernandez. Camavinga. Pedri. Howson. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Gusto gets over and intercepts. Pedri. Ferran Torres, over to the left. Grimaldo could try cutting inside here. Gusto. Ferran Torres does really well to win the ball there. Baina. Llorente. That's really well manoeuvred. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Grimaldo. Pedri. Oh, shooting chance! Upamecano. Camavinga. Hernandez. And he goes cross-field. And here's Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres takes aim and crosses. Now it's Yamal. Yamal. Yamal! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Upamecano.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Baina. And he's picked it up out wide. Llorente with the cross. That had too much on it. Cherki. Camavinga shifted upfield. And here's Elise. Cherki. Oh, good spread. Gusto. Oh, it's played into the area. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And it's Camavinga. Camavinga with the cross. Grimaldo with the clearance. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And it's Grimaldo. Clipped into space. So nearly the perfect ball. Rabiot. Camavinga, aim forwards. It's really well cleared. Wins the duel this time. Moved on forwards. Rodri. Pedri. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Mignon sends that a long way. That's really well manoeuvred. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Upamecano. France going about it patiently, perhaps too patiently. Baina. Llorente. And here's Yamal. Oyarzabal. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Camavinga. Mbappe. Mbappe played out to the left flank. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And it's played forward. Llorente tries a measured ball. Camavinga. And the first half is done. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we're off again.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Yeah, he's fouled him there.
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target, and it was worth a go.
Rodri. Hernandez gets across to intercept that.
Olise really was well marshalled there, because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Upamecano cuts out the pass. Konate. Well timed, excellent interception. Kubasi. Out to the left it goes. Pedri. Grimaldo. Pedri. Baina. Yamal. Out to the right. He's got to be in. Llorente! What a wonderful goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one. Spain, well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Spain have taken the lead.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Olise. Great defending, strong and determined. Rain starting to fall here. It has been looking that way for a little while. Upamecano. Mbappe. Yamal. Llorente. Baina. Rodri. Pedri played out towards the right wing. And it's Llorente. And he whips in across. Tries to get it clear. Rabiot. Oh, it's Dembele. Cherki. Hernandez. And here's Mbappe. Cherki. Rabiot. And here's Dembele. That is lovely. This might spell danger. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Cherki. Cross needs to be good. He's overhit it, and it's out of play. Kubasi. Pedri. Baina. Baina forwards and with intent. Rabiot. Mbappe. France still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Cherki. Rabiot. Cherki. And here's Olise. Gusto. And here's Rabiot. Rabiot. And here's Olise. And Olise! That carried quite a threat. Yamal. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. In by Llorente. Upamecano clears it away. In once more. Oyarzabal! It's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. So that goal then.
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And the pass is intercepted. That's a cute ball. Biner. Just about up to the hour now. Biner, gently done. Yamal. Time to deliver. Llorente. Biner. And it's Pedri. Rodri. Llorente, and that's aimed into the middle. And it's been taken short. Llorente with the cross. Here's a shot!
Spain will think that now's the time to shut up shop. Just ensure you see this out without any more incident.
Spain, on the other hand, are left with no choice but to risk everything and to go for it. Gusto makes the interception. And it's gone back to the keeper. Konate. Konate shifted upfield. Camavinga head over towards the opposite flank. Rabiot. Cherki. That looks a good cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Pedri. Now it's Oyarzabal. Now it's Yamal. And there's green grass ahead of him. Yamal. Now it's Oyarzabal. Played out to the right. Llorente. Now here's the delivery. He's cut it out. Gusto carries the ball down the right. But that is good defending. It's been repelled. Now it's Ferran Torres. Pedri. And it's Pedri. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, easy pickings there. Gusto. Rabiot. Now then, the ball's come loose. Can he deliver? Gusto gets... It's a mighty effort! Oh, not the best of headers.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oyarzabal, and it's been played through. Ferran Torres! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Gusto. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Yamal. Llorente. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Upamecano. Nice physical challenge. Cherki. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Yamal was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
The muscular approach does pay off here. Olise! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And that is a little undercooked. Oyarzabal. Upamecano. Moved on forwards. Hernandez. Camavinga. Cherki. Crosses it in. Grimaldo can get it clear. Pedri. That's a nicely weighted pass. And that has been cleared. And a play for a throw. Olise. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Rabiot tries a shot! Olise with the short one. Up he goes! And that's a real chance missed.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
Llorente. Rodri. Kubasi. Baina. Rodri. Kubasi. And it's played forward. Grimaldo. Kubasi. Pedri. Grimaldo. Pedri. Grimaldo. Now it's Oyarzabal. Oh, played right into his path. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Upamecano. Gusto is onto it in a flash.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Howson.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Pedri. Oyarzabal. Spread out to the left. Pedri. Grimaldo. Ferran Torres. It'll be a throw-in. Great defending, strong and determined. Gusto. And it's Rabiot. Llorente forwards and with intent. Llorente has found the net here, of course. Baina. Rodri. Al Kubasi. Oh, there's a probing ball. Rabiot. Kamavinga. And back to the keeper they go. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Hernandez. And here's Dembele. Dembele played out to the left flank. Dembele hits it! Kamavinga. Cherki. That's tidy. That defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Gusto really needed to be much faster then, much more decisive.
Llorente. Baina. He has found the way through. Cherki. And here's Mbappe. A header! Harmlessly behind. France have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late.
And it's Rabiot. Gusto. Oh, super find. Rabiot. Aimed in towards the centre. Cleared away. It's gone out for a throw-in. So there's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Cherki, cross it, goes for a shot! And with that, the final whistle. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
France never quite got to grips with this game, Peter. They looked slow.
Jim, see making a difference here?
Well, Peter, an impressive talent that I'll be watching will be Mikel Oyarzabal. He likes to play with a freedom and drift between the flank and that number 10 position, and his skill on the ball makes him very pleasing on the eye too. You'll get some real enjoyment out of this guy.
Okay, interesting. Incoming delivery. Raya claims it, safe hands. Yamal. And it's Baina. Rodri. Out to the left it goes. Deftly away. Alex Grimaldo. Oh, smashing header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Konate, gently done. Rabiot. Cherki. Kamavinga. Cherki. Out towards the flank. Rabiot. Kamavinga. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Yamal. Now it's Bina. Yamal. Llorente. Yamal. And here's Bina. Ferran Torres. And here's... Can he finish? Bina with the short one. Grimaldo, now here's the delivery. That's going to go a long way. Gusto. Olise. Camavinga. And it's played forward. Bina. Oyarzabal. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And claimed it back swiftly. Pedri. Ferran Torres. It's a threatening ball. It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Spain really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Konate can get it clear. What a throw-in. Howson. Bina. Yamal. Llorente. Played into space out wide. Konate gets it away. Camavinga. Camavinga played over towards the opposite flank.
Spain look very much like they've set themselves up to absorb here. It's
Olise! And the ball's come loose here. Could be danger here. Oh, that's nice. And the cross comes in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Ferran Torres. Pedri.
Well, I'm starting to see much more movement off the ball now, Peter, which is obviously a big plus.
And surely more options then for the man on the ball.
Well, you would think so, and I think also we're going to see them just wear their opposition down and force mistakes. They can be quite relentless.
Upamecano. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres gets through on his own. Hernandez. Played towards the other side. Gusto. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And it's Rabiot. That'll be a throw-in. Rabiot, here comes the cross. He's there to get rid. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Biner. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Mbappe stood his ground strongly. Howson. Pedri. Ferran Torres. And that is out of play. Camavinga. And here's Dembele. Now it's Olise! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Olise is offering a wry smile there.
Camavinga. Yamal. Mbappe. Mikel Oyarzabal. Pedri. Grimaldo. That's a good run down the left. The referee's awarded a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. And it's Biner. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Rabiot. Aim forwards. And that has been cleared. Grimaldo forwards and with intent. That's been won straight back. It's Dembele! And another try! And it's been taken short. And here's Mbappe. He's in a great position. France desperately needs someone to hold up the ball here. Hernandez. Mbappe chooses to go back. Mikel Oyarzabal. Camavinga wins the duel this time. It's anyone's ball now. And here's Mbappe. And it's Camavinga. Yamal absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Llorente. Now it's Yamal. Mbappe. Oh, great run, magical! He's found a way through. Spread out to the left. Cherki. Olise. Oh, it's come loose. Has crossed into the middle. And back out it comes. Rabiot have it back and can go again. Cherki. Gusto. Up he goes! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Llorente. Some good work on the right flank here. Yamal. Out to the right. And here's Yamal. Oh, good spread. Llorente with the cross. And it's hoisted clear. Llorente. Oh, look, Llorente!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Rabiot. Grimaldo. Llorente. Rodri. Llorente. Kubasi. Rodri. Moved on forwards. Yamal is onto it in a flash. Baina. Rodri. Grimaldo. Ferran Torres. Gusto. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Cherki. Olise. Cherki. Mbappe. And he shoots! Goal! France!
France, well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
France are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Rain starting to fall here. It has been looking that way for a little while. Gusto, gently done. And here's Dembele. Played out to the right. Nice control. Whistle's gone, that's foul. What a save by David Raya! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
And here's Dembele. It's Dembele! He scored! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
France are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Kubasi. And it's played forward.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Howson gets across to intercept that. Baina chooses to go cross-field. Ferran Torres going full tilt down the left. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And here's Ferran Torres. And the whistle goes for half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
France clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
France sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. So we're just settling back into this second half. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And here's Olise. Dembele. Olise. And it's Rabiot. And here's Mbappe. And here's the chance to counter. Yamal. Now it's Baina. Llorente. Yamal. Aimed in towards the centre. And they've got rid. And they've got a throw.
France have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Great defending, strong and determined. Ferran Torres. Grimaldo. Oh, it's played into the area. No, that's not going to find its target. And it's Llorente. Cross deflected behind for a corner. They've played it short. Deep cross. He's cut it out. Oh, shooting chance! Mbappe gets good distance on it. Yamal. And here's Baina. Pedri. Shot a goal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Cherki. Rabiot. Gusto. Konate. Camavinga. Rabiot. Camavinga. Camavinga. Forwards and with intent. And here's Mbappe. Lobbed in behind. Howson with the clearance. And they win it back again. Mbappe! That's good play. So who's he picking out? Oh, that's neat. Delivery from Mbappe. Cleared without complication. Oyarzabal hurtling down that right flank. Oyarzabal. Showing good feet. Baina. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Danger averted for now. Olise under intense pressure.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
Camavinga. Konate shifted upfield. The pass has gone astray. Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres tries looking up for options on the left. Olise. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Camavinga. Konate, aim forwards. Cherki. Olise. Gusto. Cherki. Oh, what decent chance! And it's there! And they are cruising away.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
France find a position of real strength now. Pedri. Oh, a delicate chip through. Grimaldo looking to hit the byline here. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Cleared away. Now who's going to be first to this? Mbappe was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Cherki. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Dembele. Mbappe. Yamal. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Rodri. Ferran Torres. Grimaldo. Great run on the overlap here. Pedri. Dembele. Olise. Cherki. Howson does really well to win the ball there. Baina. Kubasi. Pedri. Pau Kubasi looks to the other side. And it's Llorente. Baina. And here's Yamal. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Camavinga, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Konate. Camavinga. Upamecano. Rabiot. Gusto. Now he's off and running. Grimaldo makes the interception. Pau Kubasi shifted upfield, and he's managed to get free. France have reclaimed it. Cherki. Oh, it's Dembele. Grimaldo. Ferran Torres. That is lovely. And here's Ferran Torres. A corner it is then. Konate can get it clear. Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres providing an outlet on that flank. And here's Pedri. Pedri. Oh, what a climb! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Howson. Baina. Howson. Yamal. Yamal. Well timed, excellent interception. Upamecano. Camavinga. Mbappe. Howson did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Gusto gets over and intercepts. Ferran Torres. Pedri, probing pass. Yamal. Yamal! It's off target and by quite a way. Mbappe, played out towards the right wing. Now it's Olise. Dembele. Cherki. Camavinga. Muscular approach does pay off here. Out to the right. Camavinga. Oh, this is a... Olise! And here's Mbappe. Oh, he's in! Shapes to shoot! It's in! Comfort! Yet more comfort! Easing away!
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
France are having a ball here. Rodri. Baina. Moved on forwards. Now the delivery. That's surely a foul, free kick. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Defending of the desperate variety. And that has been clubbed away. And it's Llorente. Yamal. Llorente. Hit into the middle.
Well, he had to bide his time.
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. That is a little undercooked. Oyarzabal. He's being urged to shoot. Mbappe. Great defending, strong and determined. Cherki. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Ferran Torres. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Pau Kubasi aim forwards. And it's Grimaldo. Baina. Yamal. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And here's Dembele. Dembele. Oh, such a clever touch. Hernandez. Camavinga. Pau Kubasi, gently done. Pedri. Grimaldo. Spain have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Rabiot forwards and with intent. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Yamal. Carlos Soler in acres of space out wide. And he won't reach that. Konate. And it's Rabiot. Cherki. And it's played forward. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now that's well seen too. Mbappe! That's a fabulous ball. Camavinga. Camavinga opts to play it back. Dembele hits it! Spain making another change here.
You know, he can't really have any complaints at being withdrawn. There must have been at least 5 efforts at goal that were underwhelming.
Pedri. Oh, good spread. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Hernandez. Cherki. Grimaldo. Rodri. Pedri. And it's Grimaldo. Now it's Yamal. That's very neat. In by Llorente. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Yamal played back in. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Played out to the right. Lovely feet. Carlos Soler. Confirmation that there will be 2-minute stoppage time. Dembele on 2 now and looking for 3. Gusto. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Ferran Torres. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Gusto. Cherki. Upamecano. Camavinga. And time is up. France can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I certainly enjoyed a really good show of collective effort, both in attack and defence, Peter. I think they had good numbers for the link-up play in attack and players willing to track back at all times. They were very good.
Well, thanks for your company, Jim. And that gets things running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
This guy Ferran Torres is another talented Spanish wide player, although he's done well when he's played centrally when required. I mean, very capable in possession, we all know that, but he has this real drive about him, something that makes him very good in those one-on-one situations in wider positions.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. here's Oyarzabal. Hernandez does really well to win the ball there. Thinks one through. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Howson. Rodri. And it's played forward. Now it's Llorente. Llorente takes aim and crosses. Konate gets it away. Grimaldo played out to the left flank. Climbs up big!
It goes to show he is human after all. Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Baina. Llorente. Baina. Rodri. Pedri. Llorente. Rodri. Grimaldo. Rodri. Grimaldo. Baina. Oh, a delicate chip through. Mbappe was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days. All part of...
Ferran Torres! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Ferran Torres is offering a right smile there.
Upamecano. Rabiot. Upamecano. Hernandez. Well read, nice interception. Now it's Ferran Torres. And it's Pedri. Picks it up out wide. And that's a throw. Olise. Camavinga. Camavinga forwards and with intent. And that's really well manoeuvred. Ferran Torres. Baina. Camavinga. Mbappe. Cherki. That's been slipped through. Howson. Howson shifted upfield. And it's Llorente. Things have been frenetic in the early part of this game. A lot of action high up the pitch. Played out wide. That's very neat. In by Llorente. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Camavinga chooses to go cross-field. Olise. Rodri did well to step in there. That was more than necessary.
Well, I'm starting to see much more movement off the ball now, Peter, which is obviously a big plus.
And surely more options then for the man on the ball.
Well, you would think so, and I think also we're going to see them just wear their opposition down and force mistakes. They can be quite relentless.
Upamecano. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Cross it goes. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Rodri. And here's Pedri. Aimed in towards the centre. And he's there to get it away. Llorente. And it's Baina. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Baina plays it short. Can he deliver? Llorente takes a shot.
Marcos Llorente usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
Camavinga. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Baina. France still without a single shot on target. That's tidy. And it's Pedri. Rodri. And here's Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal. Camavinga. Konate, gently done. Now it's Mbappe. That's a cute ball. Howson with the clearance. Oh, that's neat. Llorente did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Upamecano. Hernandez. Upamecano. Cherki. Rabiot. Konate. Upamecano. Hernandez. Hernandez going full steam ahead down the left flank. Hernandez. Spread out to the left. Oh, he's played it in low. Dembele hits it! And that has been clubbed away. Pedri, aim forwards. Oyarzabal, oh, good spread. Yamal could try cutting inside here. Looking here to chip it through. Deftly, and he's had a shot! Upamecano. Camavinga. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's Hernandez. Out to the left it goes. He's in space and looking for options. Moved on forwards. Llorente. Baina. Rodri. And he goes cross-field. Gusto gets over and intercepts. Calmly anticipates. Ferran Torres. And he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
That's really well cleared. Yamal. Yamal looking to run onto it. Pedri. He has a look up. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. It's gone for a throw-in. Ferran Torres, showing good feet. Ferran Torres. Oh, smashing header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
That's good play, plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Baina goes short. And here's Baina. Olise defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Ferran Torres. And it's Pedri. Now it's Yamal. Can he finish? Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Hernandez attempts a clearance. That'll be a throw. Yamal's cross. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Now it's Ferran Torres. Pedri. He's got to be in here! Yamal! Same again, same outcome.
Spain really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Mbappe, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Llorente, gently done. And it's Baina. And here's Llorente. Oh, that's nice. Baina, Baina's cross. What a throw in. Oyarzabal, big chance! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt. Grimaldo makes the interception. Ferran Torres, and here's Oyarzabal. Ferran Torres gets it away. Grimaldo looking to hit the byline here. And that is not finding anyone. Rabiot. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Konate. Camavinga. Rabiot. Konate. Olise. Rabiot. Gusto. Rabiot. Gusto. Cherki. And here's Dembele. Olise! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And here's Olise. Gusto. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Yamal. Now it's Oyarzabal. Now it's Ferran Torres. Pedri. Grimaldo. Howson. Howson shifted upfield. Konate. Cherki. Upamecano. Rabiot. And it's played forward. Gusto. France keep the ball, but can't do anything meaningful with it. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Cherki. And here's Dembele. Mbappe! The shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Howson is there and he can get that clear. It's Hernandez. Cherki! Kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
They've played it short. Hernandez. Hernandez crosses. But that is good defending. It's been repelled. Chance here to counter. And it's Bina. He is just caressing the ball. Keeper's got good distance on that. Bina. Now who's going to be first to this? Oh, that's well done, really robust. And here's Ferran Torres. And it's Grimaldo. Shot a goal! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. Decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
It's been all left field, and while the supply has been decent, it's bringing no reward, so this needs a different approach.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And hostilities have... Oyarzabal has got himself a free kick. Ferran Torres. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Cleared away. Ferran Torres. And they've caught Reed. Kubasi. And it's Grimaldo. Pedri. Oh, sweet feet. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. No, that's not going to find its target. Olise. Upamecano. Hernandez. Upamecano. France going about it patiently, perhaps too patiently. Hernandez. Hernandez goes on a run down the left wing. Grimaldo producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Llorente. Pedri. Played out to the right. Mbappe.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And here's Oyarzabal. Llorente picks it up now. Yamal. Pedri. Chance!
Pedri just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Hernandez. Aim forwards. Mbappe. Hernandez. Mbappe. Oh, he's in! Hernandez with the delivery. Grimaldo tries to clear. Rodri. Yamal. Llorente. Yamal. Llorente. Yamal. Pedri. That's going to go a long way. And reclaimed it in a trice. Pedri. And here's Yamal. And here's Llorente. Lovely bit of skill. Konate, forwards and with intent. And it's Gusto. Grimaldo gets a foot in here. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's got plenty of space out wide here. So who's he picking out? Oh, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. That's a throw. Hit into the middle. And that's been repelled. Llorente. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Oyarzabal. Yamal. Rodri. Pedri. Ferran Torres. And here's Oyarzabal. Rabiot. Konate. Gusto. Cherki. Konate. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Good ball, good take. Llorente. Yamal. That is a great pick out. Oyarzabal! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Now it's Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres. Alex Grimaldo delivers. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. And here's Ferran Torres. Oh, such a clever touch. Plenty waiting in the middle. Cross goes in there. Out towards the flank. He whips in across. Moved on forwards. Oyarzabal. Baina. Llorente. Yamal. Llorente. Kubasi. Konate shifted upfield. Cherki. And he thumps it clear. And it's played forward. Baina. Yamal. Great position here. Mbappe. Hernandez. Upamecano. Konate. Rabiot. Hernandez. Rabiot. Cherki. Olise. Pau Kubasi gets across to intercept that. Played down the flank. Lovely feet. Time to deliver. Gusto, and the shot! It's anyone's ball now. He'll try to keep this alive. Shot, surely! And the ball's come loose here. Kubasi. Now it's Dembele. Pedri, aim forwards. Grimaldo. Ferran Torres wins the duel this time. Pedri. It's a throw-in. So here comes the substitution. Upamecano, Camavinga, and it's Dembele. Now it's Dembele. Over to the left. Yamal, gently done. Oyarzabal.
Spain truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Howson. And it's Llorente. Carlos Soler. Hernandez cuts it out.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Gusto. Camavinga. Mbappe. Oh, it's Dembele. Elise. Gusto, done delicately. Howson gets it clear. And it's Gusto. Camavinga. And here's Dembele. It's Dembele! And here's Mbappe has a shot!
France, well, if they're looking to win this, they're certainly going about things the right way.
Spain getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress. Llorente. Grimaldo. Pedri. Kubasi. Pau Kubasi forwards and with intent. Now it's Ferran Torres. Oyarzabal!
Spain clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Cherki. And it's played forward. Hernandez. Incoming delivery. Rabiot. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
France really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Llorente. Upamecano cuts out the pass. Llorente. Howson.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Yamal.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Upamecano. Cherki. Konate. Cherki. Konate. Out of play for a throw. Spain are making a change now.
You know, he can't really have any complaints at being withdrawn. There must have been at least 5 efforts at goal that were underwhelming.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Looking for a decent ball in. And it's Pedri. Pedri. Grimaldo, spread out to the left. Ferran Torres. Hernandez getting this one clear. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Terrific save by Manuel. Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Decent chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
That's really well cleared.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Out to the right. Mbappe. Great defending, strong and determined.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Pedri. Dani Olmo providing an outlet on that flank. And they've got a throw. Now it's Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo! Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
Business here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this guy Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends that have been there before him. The ability to handle the ball in tight spaces, his speed of thought on the turn, his understanding of the landscape around him, the intelligence in reading defensive positioning. All those factors which can make him unplayable when he's truly on song.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Olise. They've won a corner. And he thumps it clear. And it's Gusto. Camavinga. Rabiot. And here's Dembele. Chance for a shot! Trying to get their passing game going here, Jim. Just plotting a route round their opponents.
Yeah, just keep things nice, short, crisp, and let the ball do all the work, and it ought to pay off for them as well.
Yamal. Llorente. Oh, it's played into the area. Yep, it's a corner. That has been knocked clear. Llorente. Lovely feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Baina. Pedri. And here's Ferran Torres. Up he goes! And the header is disappointing in the end.
That's good play, plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Good chance here. And that's off target.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Howson. Yamal. Llorente. Yamal looking to get on the end of this. And the first 45 minutes are up. It has been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
It's gone for a throw-in. Pedri. Oyarzabal. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Gusto could try cutting inside here. Olise with the short one. Oh, such a clever touch. And that was very necessary. Baina, that's a little off target. Hernandez, aim forwards. Baina. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Upamecano. Pedri. And it's Rodri.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Ferran Torres. Pedri. And he cuts out the supply. Cherki.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Mbappe. That's a nicely shaped ball. The final whistle and confirmation, we are headed for penalties.
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
So we've gone the full distance here, nothing definitive, and we will be back shortly for a penalty shootout. Boy, you can feel the tension. Mbappe, first in line. And he puts them one up.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
Oyarzabal is engaging in a bit of mind games before stepping up. Cool it on, one each.
Always a little more pressure when you're trailing, but it didn't show.
Olise is the second man to step up for his team.
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper, and he guessed wrong.
Ferran Torres is second man up. It's a tame penalty, straight at the keeper.
Well, he didn't hit that with any sort of conviction, and it's an easy save in the end.
And that doubles their lead. Spain, so down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match. Great stop, and the keeper punches the air.
Oh, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save.
So it is all down to him now, no pressure. He's buried it, and he's won it. So in the end, they just about prevailed. All the emotional torture and travails, worth it in the end.
Well, it's been such a long match, and the penalty shootout is always a difficult way to end the game, but I thought they did really well to hold it.